I don't have an opener. Welcome friends, LostScarf here. It's time for the vlog. I got no opener because I can't think of one because I can't. Okay, so let's go. Ignore the box. So Scar's recording during the day, and at some point, some of you may remember, there was like a black thing right here. That was a black shades. That thing, the shades didn't break off, but the thing that we're on broke off. So we usually do our recordings at night, not during the day, because of the lighting. And I got this box in the way to help with the lighting. It's not a perfect fix. It's a band-aid because Scarf's too lazy to. Well, here's what's happening. This is behind the curtain, literally. Maintenance has to come in here because I live in an apartment to fix it, and I just don't want them in here judging me. That's really it. It's shame. That's really probably the reason. It's shame. It's always shame. Today's episode's about shame. 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 Oh my god, how many years ago was that anyway? That's so dated. Alright, okay, so today's episode is about shame. Not really, but for the time being it is. Actually, it'll tie into the other thing I actually wanted to talk about. So, for some reason we decided my room is where the modem and the router and all that stuff would be set up. So there's a Cox guy in here, and Scarf has a bajillion Kirby figurines and a bajillion Kirby's over here, and that guy's got to work in here for like 2 hours. And the whole time, I'm just like, this guy's judging the fuck out of me right now. And that's not fun. I know it. Also, he did a effed up job. He knocked over all the figurines. I found Kirby's all over the floor. I'm like, son of a bitch. I was not the one who did the review. If I was the one who did the review, I would not have reviewed him well. My father liked him, so he was reviewed better. There's also that shame, the shame that I live at home, despite the fact I pay half the rent, I pay for half the bills, I pay a bunch of things. I don't live at home. Home lives with me at this point. Like, I live in California. It's expensive. I would rather my family not struggle to just pay for rent and then get by. And same thing go for me living on my own. It'd be the same damn thing. A one bedroom here, I'm going to see these numbers. A one bedroom apartment here, $1,800. A 2-bedroom is like $2,600. Apartment. That's a house payment. That's like 2 house payments for some people in the US. Like in the Midwest, oh man. Oh Jesus Christ, the amount we pay for this could get us a mansion. Actually, it can. So I've got a cousin in Vegas who his monthly mortgage and all that stuff is like $2,000 a month, and he's got a 6-bedroom, and he's got 2 stories and a basement and a garage. He's got all this stuff, and for more than he's paying, I am in a 2-bedroom apartment. Oof. Ooh, California. We have more homeless people than we have, we have more vacant apartments and shit like that than we have homeless. And we have a lot of homeless. A lot of homeless. But it's not like they just need a home. They also need help to get back in society. But, so I have a lot of shame, I feel. I feel shame for what I like, which is not good, but it's also, you get it, because normal, like, I have literally in this room, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I have like 40 or 50 Kirby's in here. If you're not a fan of Kirby, you're like, Jesus, man. Or if you're not a fan of just things in general, like, I don't know, like, if a sports person has a bunch of sports crap in their room, and I don't see the difference. I don't see the difference because it's just what you enjoy. My dad has like 60 alcoholic drinks. Like, he has just the stand of all these drinks, because that's just a thing that it shows some sort of refinement or something to taste, that you have all these drinks. He's got 60 of them. You'd be like, Jesus, that's an alcoholic. We don't drink any of them. That's just on display. That's all just alcohol that's never going to get drunk, really, unless a special, very special occasion. It's the fine china kind of thing. And so that's why I don't really care about anyone's real fandoms, really, in that. I don't judge for fandoms in that, as long as it's not hurting anyone, who cares? That's how I always feel. And that's how I'll always be. And that's because I'm just in a thing where, like, who gives a, why should you care, I guess, unless the only people who it should matter how much I like Kirby is is romantic interest. That's it, because they got to be around this so much. So it's like, okay, obviously not. But just friends, they shouldn't give a crap I have all these things. Random strangers, they shouldn't give a crap I have all these Kirbys. My parents, of course, my father, because I don't have a mother anymore, my father, of course, is like, of course he judges all this. But I also am who I am and I live how I want to live. And so I feel shame because obviously plenty of people just look at this as I am a child. I am a 33-year-old child, and I'm just a guy who didn't go for sports. That's all it is to me. That's really all it is to me. Like, 33-year-old who did not go to sports. Instead, I like Nintendo and Kirby and stuff like that. That's what had happened with me. I just need to find a girl who's into Kirby or Hello Kitty. That kind of works too, I suppose. Or I guess just anything soft. And so, of course, I feel shame about my room, not towards me, but just towards others at me. I feel shame that I live at home, but I'd rather, like, I could not afford some of the luxuries I have, obviously, if I lived on my own. And there's all the whole thing about independence and all that. It's like, yeah, independence would be nice, because who wants to be with their parents all the damn time? That's why I go out. What you do, you go out. Of course, you'd want to be in your own head in your own home, and of course, that's something I have to wrestle with later on. But right now, it's not as important. Also, I just get to save money because I'm paying half the rent, not the whole rent. So it's nice like that. It is something I have to worry about in the future, like especially with dating. Is just someone who's okay with it. Of course, there are plenty of people who live at home that are male and female and all sorts of things. So some will understand, some will not. Some will view me as a child, and to that I go, well, fuck, nothing I can do about that. But I feel shame. It's unfortunate, I just feel shame. I feel shame for many, many things. I feel shame. Well, when I was unemployed, that obviously shame for that. I felt useless, felt worthless, and that wasn't great. Of course, feel shame for being depressed. Feel shame for just wanting to end myself at that one point. You feel shame for a lot of things, and through time I've gotten less shamed and shameful. I've become more shameless through a bunch of things, but there are things where I know, for things that are important, I still feel shame. Or just things where the community has just been to the point where it's still so much, I still have to feel shame. I wear Kirby shirts to the gym now, though. I let it hang out. I let this hang out. I let my belly hang out. I let everything hang out at the gym because for multiple reasons. Reason one is I'm here to get better. It doesn't matter what I look like right now. It really doesn't. I know I can make it into a better thing, so great for me. Two is ain't nobody interested. Ain't nobody gonna be ever interested at the gym. The mentality, like, there are people who hit on each other at the gym, but it's so much more rare now because everyone's got their headphones on. People just want to do their thing. The gym has become a very solitary place. It really has. You still got those little groups, but it's become so much more solitary. It's like, I don't care then. No one's going to bug me. I'm not going to bug anyone. So I'm just going to wear what I want to wear. You make a face, but I'm going to be pounding it. That's all I know. And so that's why I become less shameful at the gym. And also just out and about, I just wear what I wear. That's it. I just wear what I wear, because, what does it matter? Everyone's become so much more isolated to themselves, it really feels like, that it's just like, well, I can do whatever the hell I want. I can wear whatever I want when I'm out, because I'm a stranger. I don't care that much. But if it got closer, if it got to try and actually know me, actually trying to know someone, then shame will creep in a lot more. Because it's like, oh crap, what if they don't like the Kirbys? What if they don't like the streaming? Or what if they don't like just what I've got on? Or just my body, because I'm hiding it pretty well. I got a big belly, but it's mostly sucked in most of the time. It's just become instinctual to be able to suck it in since high school. Just all these different things. Just all these different things that feel shame. I felt shame for my voice for the longest time. Because inside, to me, I sound like Barry White. I still do. But I know what I actually sound like now, obviously, because of the stream and everything. Stream channel, all that stuff. YouTube. Because of all this stuff, I know what my voice actually sounds like, and I've made peace with that. But my voice has been made fun of most of my life. Most of my life it got made fun of. Because it's just a higher pitch. It's just always been seen as more feminine, more girly in my circles that I've grown up with. It's always been seen as like I'm just more of a girl. And I felt shame for that for a very long time. When I'm on the phone, telemarketers go, "Hello, miss," like every time. Every time. Just deep-seated, just shame from childhood on that one. We all have our shames. Some of them are not warranted, and some of them, I'm sure, are warranted. I don't know. It depends on the circle you're at, whether the shame is meaningful or not. Like, I think I'm fine to have felt shame when I was unemployed. I think that's fine. It's like, I wanted to work, and now I can't work, so shit. I felt a lot of shame because, of course, I have a very Republican family, and one of my uncles, the same one I was complaining about, obviously, this uncle, he would just talk about how, like, useless millennials, and they're not having a job, they're living at home. He's just saying all the things that are me, but without saying it at me, and he's saying they should all be shot. Anyone who's over the age of, like, 25, they're not paying taxes, should be taken out back and shot. And he meant that. 100% meant that. And it's like, well, shit, what do you want from me? It's like, they should be shot. I wouldn't want my daughter to date them. Of course you're going to feel shame. Family makes you feel the most shame. I think it's society or family will make you feel the most shame. That's basically it. And this is a tragedy, I know, in that I don't share anything with my family. They don't know anything about me. They can only judge from the outside in. I don't tell them a goddamn thing because there's a lot of judgment in my family, and so I want to not feel ashamed about anything. So they learn nothing about me. And that is a tragedy in a way, but it's also just, that's what it is. Tonight, I am going to be performing in front of like 50 plus people at an improv show, and no one knows that. None of them know that. And they're never going to know that. Maybe they'll know if I go even further and it gets bigger, then yeah. But right now, they're never going to know. They're not going to know that's what I'm doing. They're not going to know performing in front of like 50 people. I'm going to make them laugh. I'm going to make them enjoy the hell out of their night. My family's just not going to know that. Because I just don't give them any space to come after me. No matter how positive it is, there's always that chance that someone in the family's like, doing fucking improv? And then it's like, just what? That'll break me down. I don't care what strangers think, but blood is a whole different thing. Whether I should listen to them or not, it's still blood, and that sucks. Like, you can easily say, like, you shouldn't care. You shouldn't, like, and usually, yeah, I should not care, but it's still blood. It's still, I have to see these people for Christmas and Thanksgiving and all that crap. And it's just something that's gonna happen, and I will not hand anyone the knife to stab me with, basically. And so, yeah, nobody knows what I'm doing. Other shame, a shame I feel, which I've said many times. I'm going to say it one more time. I'm going to dust that chestnut again. Whatever the correct version of that saying is I feel great shame of where we were and where we are now with the channel. I definitely do. We only get like a dozen views a video. We only get the same people every time. We very rarely get new people with anything, with the YouTube, with the streams, with anything. Kirby is getting some growth. I'm happy with that because, of course, I love the Kirby podcast. I'm happy that's getting growth. By the way, new episode out. And I got to work on just advertising it and myself and things like that. I've been doing better at advertising Kirby podcast, so I'm happy with that. It's getting growth. But the shame is where we were and where we are now. It's not great. Of course, hopefully we can get better in the future, and we'll see about that. But there is shame to that, because it used to be, we used to get hundreds of views a day. We've broken 2 million views. That wasn't done easily. It took a lot of grinding to get there, and now we're still grinding, but it's not making progress up. I think we are getting better at our skill set, but we're just not, no one's seeing that. And that's very unfortunate. I feel shame to that. I feel shame when I do like a 4-hour stream and I try to make it very entertaining and nobody actually saw it. So it's oof. That's why I say you got to do it for yourself. You got to do it for yourself because there's going to be times when there's no one there, and this is that time. From the beginning to like halfway through our time at YouTube, it's always been growth, and now it's just been a decline since the second half because, of course, we left Smite and all that. And so it's just been a decline, and it's just trying to rebound back. We may never rebound. Maybe we will rebound. We don't know. But I just want to keep doing it because I am entertaining some people, and I'm happy with that. As long as I'm entertaining someone, I'm happy. long as I'm entertaining myself on occasion, I'm happy with that too. And really, it is. I got to be happy with what I'm doing, or else, what's the point? So, improv is refreshing in that way, and that it shows me that I can also not just entertain people online, but also in real life. Because I've been hitting it out of the park, and it just feels really good. It shows me that I can be better than I am. I can take it to another level. And I've been getting there ever so slowly with improv. And I'm going to just keep doing it when I have the chance. I'm not going to do improv for like maybe 2-3 months, and then I'm going to get back to it because just how my work schedule is. And I want to get to a higher level with improv because then that'll make me more entertaining here as well and all that stuff. And that's what I want. The goal is to be the most entertaining person I can be. And improv is going to help me get there. It's just, what am I bouncing off of, I suppose? Because improv is about bouncing off. And when you're bouncing off someone else, of course, you're working together to make that. But when it's me bouncing off a game, it depends on the game. Of course, it depends on the game and how it's going. And what I'm doing with it. And that's the one thing I'm really hoping with, because a mantra of improv is you just get better with time, because you're working a muscle. You're working a creative muscle. So the more you do it, the better you get at it. And so just going to keep doing more improv, do more improv, and will hopefully translate to be me being more entertaining with the channel. Just finding better lines and just better ways to convey things and make them funny. And I think I am pretty entertaining already, but just be even more entertaining. Just do that better. And also just, the thing is, the hardest thing, of course, is just finding it when you are down. Finding it when there's no one around, so that if someone does show up, they see some fire. That's really the hard part there. And that's why sometimes I just don't even look at chat when I stream, because I'm like, I'm going to look and there's going to be no one. I'm going to have no energy. So it's like, I'll just go. And then, oh no, someone was actually in the chat and I ignored them, so crap. And so it's a give and take. So, it's a back and forth. I said this last time, I'll say it again. These vlogs are Scarf going through things. This is me. This is my therapy. These vlogs are my therapy. That's what they are. That's definitely what the vlogs are. They're therapy for me. Telling you what I think, it's basically Into the Void, but people are here. And whether people say anything is up to them, but I think it's there was the whole thing is like, just shout into a hole and then bury the hole. That was an old school thing. And I get that, but I think there's another level that makes it feel a little better, that people actually see your words. They don't have to acknowledge them necessarily, but at least they've heard them. Because it's like, why is Twitter so big? Because there's plenty of people just shouting into the void. And I think it's just, you're shouting into a void, but people are going to hear the void, or in the void are going to hear you. They might not respond, though. And when they do respond, that's the thing is, when you say a thing in Twitter or in anything, shouting to a void, which has people in it, you should not get upset when people respond. You really shouldn't, because you open yourself up to that, obviously. When someone says a really dumb take, and then they're like, wait, hey, whoa. It's like, no. You said a thing, and now here's the repercussions for it. That's just part of it. That is, it might not always happen, but that is part of it, where if you said something really dumb, some people might clap back at you on that. That's just how it is. If you say something really good, people are going to just run with it and make it even better, maybe, or something like that, to spread it, who knows. But, yeah. Originally, the topic was going to be just talking about improv and how you can have improv just across your life and all the things you can do. But the thing about, improv is you can't perfectly do that. Improv is adaptability and adjusting and working to something, but you're working to something with others. This is the one thing that you can't fully translate improv to other parts of life, is that in other parts of life, you might just have antagonists, and they're not going to work with you to get to something. And so you can't work improv into that necessarily. Improv is a collaborative effort to make something really good. You're working together to make something great. You're trying to get on the same page to get there. You're not there yet, but you're going to find it, then you're going to go there. That's what improv is. And so you just see that, I was watching Minjin Okerlund doing just on WWF, WCW, all that stuff. He's just doing the announcer stuff. And you don't know what the hell these wrestlers are going to say, because some of them are pretty drugged up and some of them aren't the smartest guys, but they're going to say some stuff. And Mean Gene has to bounce off them. And they're going to try to bounce off him too, because they're trying to make a good promo. And that was the realization I made, is these guys are practicing improv. They're two performers who don't know what's going to come up. Like, they have some vague idea because they know who this guy's opponent is going to be, or his rivals are, so they have something to bounce off there. And they work together so they know each other a bit, but they don't know what's going to actually happen when they actually do it. And then they do it, and then things will happen, they'll bounce off each other, and it's very interesting. It's very interesting just watching entertainers working together, trying to figure out something together. And that's what improv is. Improv is just teammates figuring out a game plan on the fly. And it's very fun. And that's why I like it so much. Because I like adapting situations and I like teamwork. What's most important about improv is it's counter to the thing I did when it came to this mind. That was, you cannot be overly competitive. You can't be. There's no you get the only hit. There's no you get the kill shot or any of that stuff. It's everyone's going to get a laugh at some point in the scene. You're all going to get a spot, and you just got to find them for yourself and each other. You're going to work together to make them happen. It's 100% collaborative. There's no, this person's the lead and things like that. Everyone's got to work together to make it all work out. And so that's something I really like. It helps out for me because I get a little too competitive. And I can't be competitive in improv. That's the best part about it, is I can't be, so I won't be. And that is useful. Still, I'm going to try to be amazing. I'm going to try to be the star of the show tonight. And unless I get stage fright, I will be. I know that much. Doesn't mean I'm the best one there. It just means I know I can do it. And so I can't wait. Oh yeah, the other shame is everyone there knows I'm a YouTuber, but I have not shared my YouTube because I don't want them to see where I am. That's another shame. That's the thing I was going to tie in with everything is, I mentioned I've been doing YouTube for 6 years, and I got 10,000 subs. But I haven't mentioned that the viewership has gone down, and so I don't really want them to see that part. They're like, well, this guy's done YouTube for 6 years, so we know some things, and I'm like, Especially one guy. One guy is a freaking TV actor and everything. Like, oh, I don't want him to know it all. Jesus. That's pride right there. That is pride. There's shame and pride on that one. It's like, I don't want them to know that part. But one of them is trying to climb up into YouTube. One of them is making his first video. I'm really excited for him. So I do want to see his stuff. And that's going to be, I have to reveal myself to see that. But I do want to see his stuff. I'm really curious about it. I'll tell you what it is. And see if you're curious about it. And it's a travel vlog with a puppet. He's going to have a puppet. I'm like, I'm kind of curious. Like, if you just told me that, I probably would check it out. But because I know the guy, I am curious. And I want to see this. And he's put in a bunch of effort. He's made his own music. He's done a bunch of stuff for it. So I can't wait to see it. I got to make sure I catch him before he leaves to tell me his information so I can see it. Because this is going to be the last time I'm going to see him. Because the last time I'm going to do anything improv for a couple months. Because work is going to make it harder to do improv for a little bit. The way my work schedule it is. I'm in swing, splits, and graves right now. When I'm on days, I can do improv way easier, but I'm on swing, splits, and graves. Swing, splits, and graves just makes it too hard. Too hard to do it because I feel like I got to be at my most have my most energy to do improv, and swing, split, and grave kills all my energy for 3 months. So, yeah. So that's the vlog. That's everything. Yeah, shame is the topic of today's vlog, and a little bit on improv, and yeah. I think the older you get, the less shameful you are. I think, I don't know, maybe you would get more shameful too if you became a parent, because I want to become a parent and you don't want to embarrass your kids, or you really want to embarrass your kids. I think it's one way or the other, actually, yeah. When do you know it's a dad joke? When it becomes a parent. When it becomes a parent. Oh my god. Yeah, I want to have kids and I want to embarrass them, and I want to do that. I want to do that so bad. I want to do it so bad. Oh my god. Alright, so that's the vlog. I had fun if you've been watching. That's what's all about. Having fun. Thanks for coming by, and see you next time.